Alright, today class we're going to talk about the Federal Reserve, particularly how it controls the money supply in the United States. So, has anyone heard of the Federal Reserve System, or the Federal Reserve?
I've heard of it.
You
I
heard?
know what it is.
Okay. It can also be known as the Fed. Now, the Fed, or the Federal Reserve, is the United States central bank. This is the bank that all the other smaller banks report to. And they issue monetary policies to regulate how the economy is. Alright, so first we're going to look at the money market. So the money market is all the money that is out there in the U.S. economy. So we'll start with, we'll see how the relationships work in the money market. So in the money market, you have the demand for money. You have the quantity supply of money. And you also have the interest rates for the cost of using money. Alright, so when interest rates are high, like so, the demand for money is low. This is because, what would you rather do when interest rates are high? Would you rather have money in your pocket, or would you go invest it in the banks or take out bonds where you'll get a high return on your money? What would you rather do, Nathan?
Bonds.
You'd rather have bonds, correct. But the opposite of that, say if interest rates were low, say at 1%, the demand for money would be higher because your money would be more liquid. Now, what does more liquid mean when it comes to money or your assets?
Liquid means like how fast you can turn over your money.
Exactly. Very good, Nathan. So, when interest rates are low, you're not getting a high return on a bond. So, it would be better for you to use your money more freely and have it as more liquid. So now that we understand the relationship between the interest rates and the demand for money, we'll start talking about how the Fed controls the money supply. Why would the Fed want to control the money supply?
They don't trust us.
They don't trust us? Okay. Anyone have any other guesses?
To help our country.
To help our country.
To make sure our economy doesn't crash.
Exactly. Because there's different things where our economy does. We can have recessions, inflation, and that will change the demand of money. So the Fed has to change the amount of money that is available. So, this is represented by a linear line, and this is the supply of money. Now the Fed says and sets what the supply of money would be. So in this case, it's 200 million. Let's just use that as our example. Now, the Fed can either increase or decrease the money supply. So if they would increase the money supply, it would be a shift towards the right. We'll put this as S1. And this would be an increase. And they can also decrease the money supply, which would be a shift to the left. Okay, so how do you think they issue this monetary policy?
Through tax rates.
Through tax rates? That could be one way. Alright, I guess I should back up first. Monetary policy is the increase and decrease of the money supply. And the Fed has 3 tools to do this. So now we'll dive into the tools and see how the relationships works with those. So, 3 Fed tools. And this is to increase the money supply and decrease the money supply. Alright, now their first tool is called the reserve requirement. Alex, do you know what the reserve requirement would be?